Are these final games are they a little bit taxing just to try and stay focused and play half decent enough, but also obviously nobody wants to get hurt and you got your mind on other things at times?
Yeah, I think you don't really think about it too much. It's just another game, 82 games in the schedule. So, just go and do your job. And I think that, working on the habits that we've talked about from the day one, and that's all part of it now that we've clinched our spot.
You know the value that Darnell Nurse has to this lineup, and at this point, we're not sure if he'll be available. What kind of a job do you think you guys have done with him out of the lineup, but just how kind of gaping is that hole?
Yeah, it's a big hole. Obviously, he's a huge part of our team, especially our defense core. The way he can take up a lot of minutes, whether it's penalty kill, 5-on-5, power play. He's a huge part of our success. So we definitely miss him. But, I think that, when guys are out, especially guys that take up a lot of minutes, it's up to everybody to collectively, pick up the slack, whether that's in minutes or just in their play with whatever minutes they're given. So hopefully we can get him back soon. I think it sounds good, so hopefully he's back soon.
You guys are playing pretty well heading into the postseason here. There's a lot of guys in that room that really don't have a ton of playoff experience. How can they lean on you, or what kind of advice could you give them heading into the playoffs here? And it's a different animal completely than the regular season, but how can you help that along some of the guys that haven't been in this situation before?
Well, I think everybody's got to go through it themselves to experience it. It's their own personal experience within the team, and I think there's no better way to do that than just playing. So, we're all in it together in the moment, and that's going to be, the success we have is just staying in the moment and not getting too high or too low, and just trying to stay even keel, because there's a lot of good teams in playoffs, and obviously the Kings are a very strong opponent, very tough opponent, and it's going to be a tough challenge for us.
Is there an importance of finishing off strong the regular season here with a good effort tonight and then using that to kind of springboard in the playoffs, or does this game mean much to you guys?
Yeah, I think you always want to play good and feel good about your game going in. We've done a fairly good job at that so far, so it's one more game that we're going to try to hammer down, and our habits and details in our structure, and but having said that, it's all about executing when the time comes.
Duncan, Dustin Brown's going to retire at the end of the season. You obviously would have gone head-to-head against him in some pretty big games in the playoffs. How do you sort of look at his career and why he's been such a good player for so long?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, long career for him, especially the way that the style of game that he plays. It's a physical, hard, heavy game. So, yeah, we've had a lot of battles over the years, and he was the captain for those cup-winning teams, and nothing but respect for him and his career and what he's been able to do. So we know that it's going to be a tough challenge against him and his team.
Duncan, you're now second in career block shots behind Chris Russell, over 2,000. Does it seem like you've blocked 2,000 shots?
I don't know. I try to block them with my stick as much as I can, but I don't know if they always get counted when it's your stick. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I guess if you play long enough, your numbers are going to be up there somewhat. So, it's pretty cool to be there with Russell and be on the same team as him. So hopefully we can keep getting some shots blocked.
Like, is there a method to blocking shots? You've played a long time. Did you, early in your careers, somebody tell you, okay, here's how you block shots in terms of sliding or getting in front of a shot?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of everything, really. I mean, it's, body positioning, anticipation, and, a little bit of, courageousness at times. But I think you got to be smart too. Sometimes there's a goalie in there for a reason that make the save. But I don't really know. know. I mean, I think the shot blocking has really picked up over the last, several years where, forwards are doing such a good job of being in the lanes, and, it really changes the game when forwards are blocking shots. So we'll see how that goes going forward.
Just one more. In your Chicago days, were you at the end of a season when you were going to the playoffs, did you want to rest before the playoffs started? Did you go to Joel or whoever and say, you know what, maybe I could take one night off with a couple of games to go in the season when you're already clinched?
I never really think about it too much. Just kind of, assume that I'm playing, and, I like playing. It's, rather be out there playing, staying in the moment, taking what's right ahead of you. So that's a game tonight, and we want to finish hard. So that's where my mindset's at. It's kind of where it's always been over the past years too.
Duncan, a lot has been made about your team's play in the second half of the season, especially when Jay Woodcroft arrived. But you guys are winning games in different facets. How encouraging of a sign is that leading up to the playoffs next week?
Yeah, I think it's something that our team is excited about. We've come a long way in the last 2-3 months, so it's been a lot of work we've put in to our team game, and I think when we see that we play with structure and play the way we're supposed to play, that the chances of us having success go up. So I think it's the sign of a good team. But playoffs are always a different challenge, and it's going to be up to all of us to step our game up and continue to play that team game.
You guys have a chance to sweep the season series against Vancouver tonight. Do players think about that at all? Is that something that you guys take pride in?
I didn't know that, so I think every game you want to win, no matter who you're playing against, and no matter what the situation is, whether you've won or lost previously against the last team. So I don't really think too much about it. Just try to get the win.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.